Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my peeps, wherever you are in the world. This is Old Man Yummy Yam signing on, and I told you that I was going to do a review of the discussion in regards of Tekashi 6ix9ine. This is on the Everyday Struggle with DJ Academics, Wayno. I don't know the girl's name, but they are talking about how Tekashi 6ix9ine will, if he will be, successful after he gets out of jail. So I already let y'all know my view on it. I did an early video on it previously in regards to Tekashi 6ix9ine. He's talking about that he ain't gonna need no security or not. I mean, he's not gonna need no witness protection, but he'll go ahead and take 24/7 security. But like I told you, Tekashi 6ix9ine, I believe Tekashi 6ix9ine ain't gonna be able to become a successful, rapper after he gets out of jail. But otherwise, people feel is that since this is a different era now, is that people are embracing, people that snitch. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to hear what DJ Academics, Wayno, and the girl, whatever the fuck her name is, see what the hell they say in regards of Tekashi 6ix9ine becoming famous or successful after his release from jail. So let's go ahead and check out Everyday Struggle with DJ Academics, Wayno, and the girl talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine. So here we go.
Trial did start. He did testify against the Bloods, and during the trial, prosecutors even played snippets of Gummo in court and asked him about the guns that were used in the video, which he reportedly did, connecting his former the weapons. He did get people some jail time. So a lot of things happened. So we learned that his driver became an informant after being arrested by ICE. So he apparently gave up rapper on 6ix9ine and his crew. Apparently 6ix9ine had no idea at first that he was an informant. We learned that him and his crew did assault Trippie Redd in November 2017. He said the beef stemmed from jealousy, the fact that they were signed to the same label. There were some names mentioned that maybe we didn't expect. Casanova came up, Cardi B, Jim Jones came up. And then following each day of the trial, there were
and all the motherfuckers did not matter.
Taking the stand.
All of them didn't matter.
Crazy wiretap conversation. So in one, we hear his former manager Shadi allegedly talking about plans to assault him. We hear Jim Jones on a wiretap, unfortunately, and then footage from his kidnapping incident did surface. So a lot of people thought that was fake at the time. It was for promo, but apparently it was not. And amazingly enough, after all of this, 6ix9ine told prosecutors that he does think he's going to get out of jail by early 2020. There were talks of him going into the witness protection program, according to New York Times. But a source is telling TMZ that he's going to forego witness protection because he still wants to come out and make music. He thinks he's going to be bigger than ever when he drops. Now, a lot of people had feelings and opinions about this. People like Meek Mill, Lil Durk, Snoop Dogg, not very supportive. But then on the flip side, there's T.I., who says he thinks that the hood will accept 6ix9ine with open arms.
Hell
and
no.
He says he does think if he drops music, people will like it.
Hell
Have you ever seen
no.
a moment like this in hip-hop?
Never.
When a rapper who was so briefly a star,
Never.
so publicly,
Yo, why are you looking at me like that? Yo, nah, for real, I'm gonna keep it 100 because I'm done over being mad about this whole 6ix9ine shit. He's manipulative. He's clever, but he's also a fucking bozo. He's a fucking clown, yo. Like,
hell yeah,
yo, he's
he
a clown.
is.
I just got so many things to say about him that I don't know if I want to share everything. But
Sure.
no, listen,
we back.
listen. He used everything to his advantage to disadvantage everybody else, right? And when I listened to Shadi interview, I ain't gonna front. I went through like every Academics video he ever did about 6ix9ine, trying to find like if he was hyping the shit. A lot of times he was like, "Yo, you need to chill." Like a lot of his video blogs, he's telling him he should chill, he should stop doing this, he shouldn't be doing that, whatever the case may be. But he's the worst type of person, yo. 6ix9ine is the worst type of fucking person because it was cool for him to indulge in all this gang shit, right? It was cool when nobody could touch you. It was cool when you could tell everybody suck your dick, and the reason why you could say that is because you had Shotti, and Shotti was your muscle, and this, that, and third, and he incriminated Shotti in mad shit. Like, Shotti, he might have did some fucked up shit, but he was riding for that dude. I think the biggest problem that they had with all of this is that none of them were like business people. They were all like robbers. They robber dudes. They not get money people. You give them money, they don't know how to fucking handle it. They just like more. Like, I seen one thing, he gave one person 30, another person 25. The person who had 25 got upset. You getting money for nothing, but more, right? I just think that in the end, right, like, it's really fucked up because he threw so many people under the bus that now the police was on them, they was on them for different shit, but you made them hot. Like, you made shit hot. They hadn't got them for years. Now they come protecting you, you can't afford to pay the bills, and then you get locked up and then throw everybody under the bus for it. I think he's the worst type of fucking person that ever exists, as far as
See, then that's what I was talking about. You see what I'm saying? Because that's when them motherfuckers didn't have no fucking, organized shit. You know what I'm saying? In the blood organization. The shit wasn't organized at all. You know, you got all these motherfuckers running around and shit, and then this motherfucker talking all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Tekashi 6ix9ine talking all this bullshit, you know, on the internet, on Instagram, on fucking, what you call that shit? Twitter. All that shit. That was just running his motherfucking mouth. And nobody ain't telling this nigga to shut the fuck up. Shut up. You are making us hot. Now you putting us out there, you know what I'm saying, as a target. But nobody didn't say shut the fuck up. So you got all these motherfuckers running around, you know, trying to, you know, doing all this robbing shit, and then you got motherfuckers getting mad because one person get 40,000, another person get 25,000. You know, that's what I'm saying. These motherfuckers was greedy. These motherfuckers did not have shit organized at all. You know what I'm saying? You got a motherfucker that is making y'all dough, and y'all not telling this nigga shut the fuck up. You know, now you making us a target now. You know, but that's what happened. Now you got a motherfucker that's one nigga that's throwing all the motherfuckers up under the bus. Let me stop talking. Here we go.
Artist ever.
Number one, I understand, and I think anyone who says,
and best believe this nigga, he on Tekashi 6ix9ine's dick. This motherfucker, watch. I bet you this motherfucker gon' try to take up for Tekashi 6ix9ine like a motherfucker. This nigga be sucking this nigga's dick all day long. So let's hear what this nigga gotta say. Here we go.
anything of like that, or whether it's the Game of whoever says, you know, or Snoop, like, yo, what he's doing is not honorable, whatever, like, you have to, I think he was prepared for this day in terms of knowing that people giving their opinion now, like, is well warranted, right? Like, a lot of people won't respect it. You engage in certain things. I just think the only silver lining here is, and it's going to be funny and interesting to see when he does come out, how he plays that, because there's so many people standing on this street credibility side. Like, clearly you have some feelings of that. I just don't think the fans give a fuck.
Well, that's interesting that you say that, right?
I just feel like,
what I tell
like for everything Wayno says, and I'm not even, because, you know, like I think Shotti's he's a protector. And by the way, I like
DJ Academic, so like scary ass.
So he's admitting that he used the Bloods for clout, right? All the shit that he was talking, this whole fake image. So now he reveals it's all a lie, right? He betrays all of them. What is it that fans actually like about him? Was it not that same image? Now that we've torn that apart,
like, what?
If this nigga don't say, he trying to say anything else, it was because of Tekashi 6ix9ine's image, man. She said it right. It's because of his image, because he was a blood, because he was saying all this shit, because he was telling motherfuckers suck his dick and all this shit and putting out hits on Chief Keef and shit like that. That it was because of his image. If he say anything else, you really know this motherfucker is actually kissing this nigga's ass. Well, let's go ahead and hear more about this. Here we go.
People don't realize, I've always said this, like, especially now.
Tekashi 6ix9ine ain't got no goddamn skills.
There's always been like these fringe pop fans of hip hop when it comes to most of these rappers now, even if there's been some of the hardest shit, the majority of their fans now aren't people from the environment that they're rapping about being from.
I mean, it's always been like that, though.
Okay.
It's always been like that.
But it's much different. If 50 went through the same thing in 2003.
50, but all right, go ahead. Good finish. I don't want to cut you off.
50 Cent is a different circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I feel it wouldn't, like, you have fans literally saying, all right, cool. We know he telling, it's cool. Just bring him home. The Instagram is dropped. You get me? I think.
But can he even come home and do the same thing? All the trolling shit he was doing.
Maybe not.
So he's going to have a rebrand and people are going to like this new rebrand?
No, he's going to do the trolling shit again. I feel like he's going to do.
I don't think agitate. I think he still has to be charismatic and funny because they missed that. But telling people to suck their dick and, yo...
No, he's still going to do all that.
No.
He talking about... He said, I'm getting 24-hour security. I don't care. See, my biggest problem is this. Is I don't give a fuck about no fans. When he attached himself to something, evidently we all see that he attached himself to something that was bigger than him.
Right.
Right? Now, he brought that down. Now, okay... People did whatever to him. I'm not here to talk about what. My thing is this, right? You in the street or you around street people, and then you get into certain shit. It's people that he threw names into that shit who they kids never gonna see them for another 10, 15 years. There's a lot of people that's in this indictment. Of course, Melly and Nuke and all, those is the big names, but there's a lot of people underline it that might have just been around or was in the room at a certain point in time, that all of them is going down, and all of these people is never going to be able to, or not never, because I ain't seen nobody get life yet, but these people going to miss out on their children's lives and all that. And yeah, if they care so much, maybe they shouldn't have been doing a lot of shit that they was doing. But them same people that you used as your fucking invisible protection veil, the bustle. How the fuck? Like,
hold on though.
What?
So to be very clear.
Wait, and another thing I want to say: this motherfucker had paid a nigga to do a hit on Chief Keef, and this motherfucker is telling on this nigga. What kind of backwards shit is that? That shit backwards as hell. You pay a motherfucker, say, hey, I want you to go kill somebody, and then you get caught. But you telling on a motherfucker that you told to go kill somebody. Boy. Ooh. Man. I couldn't have that shit. Fuck no. I couldn't have that shit. Something going down. Let me stop talking, man. Because that part pisses me the fuck off. So here we go.
Because, I've covered this also, I think Complex did a pretty good job of like really...
They covered every fucking thing. It was an employee here.
So, let's really specify. Because, number one, and by the way, I'm just being objective, right? So, like, because I had mad rappers hit me because they didn't really even notice what's going on in court. And they're like, wait, how my name getting this in? Really, it's a prosecutor or the defense attorney be like, yo, hey, so how do you know this person? Jim Jones' name got brought up, but
yeah,
really,
I ain't talking about none of them,
right?
Yeah.
These are the people who I feel, if we're gonna say he implicated or whoever, it's the people who did stuff for him, right? So if you admit that you put $30,000 for somebody to shoot at Chief Keef, if the shooter who you essentially give him the money to go do some stuff gets arrested the police like, yeah, I gave him the money to go do it. So that fills in the.
But they go ahead.
So those people, there's a few guys like that, right? Like there's an incident with Casanova. There's another guy who did some stuff. Shotty, of course, who was always around him. But I think there's a whole different side of this where they had a different informant since 2013. You get me? So he didn't get the whole gang like indicted, but in terms of how I look at it, it does look a certain way when if I tell you, Wayno, could you go punch that dude in the face, and then I get caught and I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I get Wayno the money. So those people I look at and it looks crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Police get you and you like, all right, y'all, come out. They got us. Nah, they didn't get him. They didn't, I mean, and they was on Kudo, whatever the case may be. But like, you make it a bigger situation. That's what I'm saying. You could have conspiracy to commit murder, but you could come home. But I gotta go sit.
Right.
Like that's the thing. Like you pay a motherfucker for conspiracy to commit murder. So you could try to play like he's his associate. He try to play like, oh, he don't know what's going on. He's the mastermind of every fucking thing. So yeah, they might have had informants and all that, but when did we talking about all recent crimes? Like that's what made the police get on him.
All right, I got two things I want to discuss with you because I think we might have different perspectives, right?
Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
DJ
right? So,
Academics is a
the first thing is
pussy ass, dick sucking ass nigga.
I believe the people who are speaking up, they're the vocal minority.
People.
What do you mean?
Everybody who's speaking up, they're the vocal minority.
Like artists who are commenting?
Yeah, everybody on Instagram posted, fuck him, he's a snitch, blah, blah. I think they're the vocal minority. I think we have to address at some point that whenever rappers are making music of that caliber, where you're involved in quote-unquote street shit, and you mix it with hip-hop, a lot of the audience, which is really the majority. That's the reason why he's going to have a career. It's the reason why he's going to probably be successful.
I knew it.
No. So what is, like, if we don't acknowledge that the only people who care are the only couple rappers who are saying
why
stuff now?
Why do you say that? Have other artists hate you saying that they secretly support it?
Man, this whole ass nigga think he gonna get on with Tekashi 6ix9ine when he get out. That's why he's saying all this shit. I swear to God, that nigga, he a hoe. Man, I already know what he doing right now. He think he's slick. He think he gonna get on with Tekashi when he get out. You know, oh yeah, you know Tekashi, I had your back and all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This nigga know he don't feel like that. This nigga feel just like, you know what I'm saying? Who knows why this nigga feel, man? This nigga be on that whole shit. So here we go, man.
Like, are the artists gonna stand by him when he comes out?
Does he need other artists?
He's just gonna have just literally him by him.
No. Let's have that conversation.
All right, go ahead. All right.
Does he need to? Hold on. Does he need to have other artists stand next to him? Everybody's talking about.
Nobody ain't gonna stand next to that nigga.
If he hated something, like, just ignore it. You're still the number one topic of conversation.
Ignore that.
No,
come on.
Okay.
Like, be for real. You can't ignore something like that.
All right, okay.
Yo, I can say this.
But let's be honest.
Sure can't.
Without
he still have a career.
He's locked up for a year.
Yeah.
If he came out and dropped an album or a song, most of the people talking about him, he would probably outsell. Right?
Yeah. I'm not discounting that.
And the only point I was trying to say is why I call the people speaking out the vocal minority.
Yeah.
Is because the minority are the fans who really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm not discounting that, but all I'm saying,
why do rappers make music talking that street gang shit to an audience that really don't give a fuck?
No, because that's their lives.
He can't talk about that shit no more.
That's what I say.
He can't talk about that shit no more.
Fuck this nigga career. I'm keeping it all the way 100. Fuck his music. Fuck him. Fuck everything he is. Because what he stands for is wrong. Like, just I had a really, really good point with this. He was like, the police got their blue wall, right? The police got their blue wall. Shit goes down, and they don't tell on each other, whatever the case may be. Other people, like in law, have they shit where they don't tell on each other. And I'm not minimizing it to what you should teach a kid in the street. I seen some kids, some like young teenagers talking about would they tell? Would you tell if you was in that situation? How about the conversation goes like this. I'm never putting myself in that fucking situation. I don't want to be around this. I would never advise a kid to get into the streets. The streets is not fun. I'm thankful every single day that I didn't have to go to prison. I'm thankful. But what I'm saying is this. So it's cool for you to do all of this fuck shit, pay people to get shot at, rob niggas, talk crazy to people, start all this friction, tell Trippie Redd, fuck his dead brother. It's cool for you to say all of that.
Right.
And then telling everybody to come out and have a career. Fuck his career.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
So it's
fuck
not
his
cool.
career.
So it's not
it's
cool.
not
Straight
cool.
up.
Right.
It's not cool, bro. It's nothing.
For me, I just want hip hop to have that acknowledgement.
And this punk ass nigga, he gonna hang with it. He gonna hang with his ass.
I don't care who it is.
Watch.
It could be YG, The Game, Meek Mill, or anybody else. When you're rapping that stuff and the audience that's consuming it, that's getting you super rich, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but that's
They
not the
don't
point.
give a
But that's
fuck.
not the,
You know,
but-
morally it's wrong. I'm with you on the, like, I'm not here saying he's right. I'm just sitting here saying the fact that he's gonna come home and he's gonna have a career maybe even bigger than he had before is probably the acknowledgement that everybody
What
should
the
have
fuck he gonna
of
talk
hip-hop.
about?
That where hip hop is now with streaming and fans,
okay.
they don't care.
That's cool, but what about
Imagine
what,
preaching street shit to
What
a
street
bunch
shit
of
he gonna talk
young
about?
kids who don't care.
But guess what? It's not about preaching, bro.
Or
Listen, wait a second. You brought up Meek Mill, you brought up YG, a few other people. It's not about preaching. You're gonna tell a person like a Meek Mill that for what he went through majority of his life, even for on the upside now, he's probably had money longer than he was poor, whatever the case may be. But how can he not talk about his struggles and what he went through and where he comes from? Same with YG. I'm just saying, same with YG, right? Now with YG. When you go to LA, that's why I was saying the shit about the gang shit in LA. That shit is like almost religion.
Right.
Like when you come into certain people, or a person's tribe. When we go to the Philippines or you go to Dubai, what do people? They put on all types of garbs and everything to show respect for where they at, right? Mm-hmm. Now that's just how they live there. Mm-hmm. You can't tell a YG to not be who he is. He's not preaching to no kids. He's just telling his story.
It's authenticity. Is that dead in hip hop now just because of streaming? Is that what you're saying?
I guess that's what I'm saying. I'm not belittling
because I feel like there are some fundamentals, right?
I'm just trying to give every rapper that enlightenment to know that, like, while you're saying stuff that's so true to you and people like you, and you're really passionate, like, yo, this is so moral.
But that don't really have nothing to do with the case. What he went through too.
It's I think this is, at least I'm acknowledging this is the first moment I believe that a rapper rapping about that could go against everything he was rapping about. Everything. And still have a career even more successful. Which then should show every rapper that this music shit is...
Hold on. So now this nigga talking about him coming out and rapping about everything, everything he been, all the street shit, he's gonna come out and rap against it. What kind of backward shit is that? You can't talk about street shit and then when you get out, you want to go ahead and talk against the street shit. Talk bad about the street shit. Like I said, people like bad, dangerous motherfuckers from afar. As long as that they ain't dealing with it, they like to see that shit. Motherfuckers go on YouTube and like to see motherfuckers with guns and shit like that. Because it's entertaining to them. They know that they like to look at dangerous shit from afar. So Tekashi 6ix9ine was supposed to be this tough motherfucker. And now he's gonna come out of jail and talk bad about the street shit. And you think people gonna like that shit? Hell no. The nigga can't talk about street shit. The nigga can't talk about I'm this, I'm that. He can't talk about nothing like that when he get out. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and... How you gonna go ahead and talk against the shit that you lived. And you think you gonna sell that shit, man? DJ Akademiks is stupid. That nigga stupid. How the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. That sound like he talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine making a gospel album or some shit. Get the fuck out of here. Here we go. Wait, hold on, Joe. Hold on.
In this, right? No. For everything
because everyone's judging this case and judging him in the street sense, and I think no one's realizing like, yo, this music shit, they're gonna love him regardless.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that he was involved in mad street shit.
I agree.
This the thing. All that's cool. I feel like no matter what, it's not cool. What I'm saying is like what you say. All that's cool. No matter what, you still gotta live in a shell of yourself. You still gotta live, like, you still have to live in a shell of yourself. You still have to pay, and you gotta pay extra money to protect yourself, to protect your family, whatever the case may be. With all that being said, let's say it's some idiot that decides to pop this kid's top, pop his head off. Now, was all of that you went through worth it? No, because just as well as he could have a big career, he could lose it just like that. Nobody's above being touched. Just because he's willing to pay for security.
Okay, one thing I want to say. Best believe he got 24/7 security. Them niggas gonna break him. They're gonna break Tekashi 6ix9ine straight up. And another thing I want to say: whatever you live by, you die by. You live by the shit, you die by the shit. No matter what. I don't give a fuck if you clean, you get out clean or whatever. That shit might still come around you to get you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. You live by that life, you're gonna die by that life, no matter what. I don't give a fuck how clean you get, no matter what. So that's all I want to say. Here we go.
And all that other shit don't mean can't nothing happen. And don't get me wrong, he was faced with a very, very tough situation. But my thing is if he would have been himself from the start, if Treyway, whatever, if they would have been fortunate to have some business people come around and say, listen, I understand that what it is that y'all doing, but y'all need to just structure y'all shit. They could have been something. And I'm just saying that he used everybody to his advantage, to their own detriment. Nobody suffered. Shotty got 2 sons, bro. His son's not going to see him outside for 15 years. They're going to be adults. They're going to go through all types of shit. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, it's like, for all you was hugged up, loving this man and all that, and then all you did was, Shotty was shooting at people. He was doing this. He was doing that. Yeah, to protect your bitch ass. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying that, all in all, fuck music, yo, at that point. Because now we dealing with a different situation. That's what I say in closing.
No, and I agree with, like, all of that, I have no rebuttal to. Like, I think that's a very legitimate point. And shit, you know, if he wants to, or if he needs to explain to anyone, that's what he has to explain. Even though I think people's going to like it regardless. But anyway, I did want to ask one more thing. Mm-hmm. And really, again, I'm not, like, again, I'm positioning this argument on what I've seen online. Mm-hmm. You get me? So, like, I see rappers saying, yo, he's over with. And I see almost 90% of fans saying, I don't know what y'all talking about. We can't wait to get out. So that's why I brought up the whole thing of, yo, I think people should realize that hip-hop
Do you think he has, like, a diehard fan base that's going to fuck with him for, like, the next decade? Or does it just depend on what I'm so curious. What can the music be? He has to do a
Here's the funny thing about it. Mm-hmm. And this is just off observation. Don't kill the messenger. This is off me being a cultural critic and just kind of watching the landscape of things. From people...
Okay, he may have his shit might be on 10 for a little bit, but best believe that shit is not, man. I don't think that nigga gonna have a career, man. People gonna be all on, you know what I'm saying, want to see what he say when he get out, you know what I'm saying, for the time being, but best believe that nigga ain't gonna have no career, man. Man, I'm just telling you. Well, let me finish watching this. Here we go, man.
Who have a street background or who are a little bit older to have maybe experienced a few things or been closer to a few things, they don't fuck with it.
Okay, I don't have a street background.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say this. This shit looks crazy.
Okay. But from when I see in terms of people who, they hear it, but it's not real to them, you can say the streets all you want, but when it comes to fans of hip
Yo, is
hop,
he gonna be like Flo Rida when he comes out? Is what I'm asking. Sure, he's gonna have an audience, but who the fuck are they? You're just talking about literally random kids in the middle.
the same kids that liked it before. Let me tell you this.
But is the core of this culture gonna fuck with him? So is he just gonna be a fringe rapper?
Let me tell you
That's what
this.
I'm saying.
Let me tell you this. The core of this culture never went to his concerts.
Okay.
They never went to his concerts.
He never did no concerts. They couldn't perform nowhere.
The few concerts he did.
He couldn't perform nowhere.
Little baby concerts. Y'all know who's there?
But I'm just saying,
Yo,
One more thing. I'm sorry. I stopped it. And another thing I want to say, the motherfuckers that's talking online, the motherfuckers that don't buy his shit. Those are motherfuckers that don't buy his shit. You know what I'm saying? Those are motherfuckers that's tough. They ain't putting no money. You know what I'm saying? Towards seeing Tekashi 69, buying his music, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? All the motherfuckers that's talking online, them niggas don't buy his shit at all. Best believe. That's all I want to say. Here we go.
Rolling Loud and all these festivals have turned hip hop into is you're
It's
not
always,
seeing
but bro,
the
it's always,
majority.
no.
You're not
It's
seeing
always
the
been
core
that.
of the culture.
It's always been that.
I get you, but what is his selling point when he's out?
Why won't
Academics,
Why won't they show back?
academics. When 50 Cent went Diamond, it wasn't because niggas in the hood was buying his music. It's because white middle America was buying G-Unit. White America, G-Unit. They made G-Unit into a big thing because they was buying shit. They consumed it. They loved it. I'm not discounting none of that.
Yo, no.
Go ahead.
I am opposing that point of view.
What?
You see, that's different. That's when 50 moved from just urban and inner city to pop and global. These niggas...
He was rapping, Get Rich or Die Trying is a whole album about him getting shot and trying to retaliate on people.
My nigga.
Yeah, it did.
It went diamond.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is that there's niggas who's selling out, whose albums sell 30,000,
yeah,
and their audience is just straight that. Like, the hip-hop audience has changed. It's the reason why it's the most popular genre. Let me tell you this. Look at Gucci and Waka's concerts 10, 15 years ago before they had a song that really blew up. It's really niggas who's from the inner city.
I mean, 15 years is Gucci's career first starting,
These days, if you're talking about Blueface, and I get it might be a bad example, but that's what I'm gonna use. He's rapping, he's using a lot of Crip references. You go to his concerts, it's mad white chicks.
I get it.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Fucking rhythmic.
But what is he selling them? I'm asking you. What is he selling?
Hold on, just to finish and. You don't have to be.
Now we getting to the real shit. What is he going to sell?
No, I'm not saying.
What is he going to sell?
Come to the concert is not.
I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying.
Trippie Redd's concert is mostly white kids.
I'm not discounting that. I'm not saying.
But who's he? I want to know
Answer
who's
that
he
chick
trolling
question.
now. What does the music sound like, and what is his persona like? That's what I'm saying.
He gonna come out and diss Treyway. I'm dead serious. You think he won't? Listen, you don't know what he'll do. You don't know what he'll do.
Who else is he gonna clown? Other artists? He's gonna joke on his fans. He's gonna have to do it complete.
If you ask me, you gotta humble yourself. This is humble.
Are people gonna like humble 6ix9ine though? Who is that?
Hell no.
Humble yourself. And this is what I'm gonna say. I don't care about the security and all that, but you just got let out. Or, again, he said, based on the conversations he had with prosecutors, he's hoping to get time served a year from some shit he probably could have gotten.
That's when you know. That's when you know. DJ Academic is sucking that. Telling you. Wait on looking at this nigga like, what the fuck, nigga? Straight up. He talking about humble. Nigga. Hell no. Hell no. What the fuck humble shit gonna do? Nothing. Not for this nigga. Nothing. White old face is crazy, but let's go ahead and hit some more. Here we go.
Can't get in any arguments or beefs where gunshots are being fired again. It's over.
So he's gonna wear a fucking button down now?
No. Not necessarily.
That nigga's gonna come out and do the same shit.
Exactly.
I promise you, he's gonna do the same shit. So somebody, I think that he's gonna come out and he's gonna do the same shit.
Trolling all that shit.
He gonna be talking shit. That niggas call me a rat. Aha. Y'all stupid. I'm out here. Them niggas is in jail. I see him doing all of that.
Yep.
And you know what? And he's not humbling himself.
Hell
a person
no,
who could
man.
do what he did, humbling himself. He's not humbling himself.
If you ask me, I think the only way to pivot, because you can't rap that gang shit no more.
Get the fuck out of here,
I think
DJ.
he has to pivot.
Aka.
And by the way,
Suck a dick.
hold on, just so that everybody can know,
Suck a
he
dick
is
in it.
Hispanic. He's not black. Despite the tattoos on his face, we all see what happened with non-black entertainers when they want a second chance of life. I believe he could come out
And then get on Jesus is King.
That's why I
not
just-
necessarily that, but he could shit.
What the fuck he gonna do? Make a gospel album, nigga? What the fuck that nigga gonna talk about? I told y'all. Y'all subscribe. Y'all people that don't subscribe to me, man. I told y'all to subscribe, man, because I said this shit a week ago. What the fuck is that nigga gonna rap about? See what I'm saying? And these dudes talking about it. Oh, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Ooh, man. Damn. I can stop. Ooh. Women, man. Stop. Damn. But anyway, like I said, is that this dude has nothing to rap about. He talking about humble. Humble what? Humble what? This motherfucker started, trolling, telling people suck his dick and all this shit and all, talking some humble. When he come out, what he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? What he gonna do? Become a preacher or something? You know, what the fuck he gonna do? Like I said, make a gospel album? Cause he sure can't talk about the streets. A snitch ass nigga can't talk about the streets. He can't talk about the Bloods. He can't talk about none of that shit. What he gonna talk? What he gonna talk about? Selling dope? That nigga ain't never sold no dope. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck is this nigga gonna talk about? All right, man. Here we go.
He's using
Listen
court.
to this sucker
Yo,
dick
I ain't
ass
gonna lie to
nigga.
y'all. They extorted me. I'm a kid. Rainbow Edit. Yeah, I know what I was doing.
I hate this shit.
But look, you can
I'm a
use the
kid.
same thing and make a hit record apologizing, say you didn't know what was going on. Switch gears. By the
That's
way,
what you would do,
Just to
you-
put stuff in
you
context.
stupid
Hold on,
mother-
just to put stuff
That's
in
what
Nigga
his
record
sucker dick
apologizing,
ass.
saying, I ain't know what was going
That
on.
nigga would do.
You can switch gears.
You say he could do that?
DJ Suckademics.
Yes, he could.
I just
You
don't
said he
understand
could do
how
that.
the same fan base.
Are you questioning if he could do it or if he would?
No. If he does... A record who the fuck is he apologizing to?
Oh no. His fans already. Hold on. That's the next thing I was gonna
Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga fans. Fuck that nigga.
That's the next thing I was
Fuck
gonna
that nigga.
So no,
What?
Because I think just like
He's a
That's
bulldog.
like how
a lot
I
of
envision,
people
like,
gonna
even the
feel
audience
just
of
like
everyday
that
struggle to be
when he
like
get out.
when I go
Just
out,
like
when
Wayne.
you go out, you
I
run
mean,
into
all types of people.
People from the culture,
Right.
people who are just like, oh shit, y'all watch the show
Right,
because
right.
you talk about the favorite artists. It's a different array of fans, right? You get. I see people even try. I see a lot of fans, and you probably see where be like, well, could you blame him? He was kidnapped. You hear the wiretap? They said they're gonna kill him. So I guess
He put all that shit on himself.
You because
He put all that shit on
obviously you're looking at
himself.
this from a different perspective. Not saying I don't put you in that position, faced with that same situation.
No,
You wouldn't be there.
I would like to put myself-
if you're in that life and you get locked up, then you find out they may have stole from you.
All right, look, academic, Nadeska, let me tell y'all while I'm sitting here with y'all today. The reason why I'm sitting here with y'all today, and I had this conversation with one of my best friends. He did like 14 years in prison, right? And when I was a teenager, he's like a year older than me, but he was into all types of reckless shit. When he started to see me make a turn like into music, and he knew that I was in a gang and all of that shit, he was one of the people, I had a few people, he was one of the people that came to me and said, yo, all that shit you doing, all that shit you dealing with, that's some bozo shit. You got more of a purpose out here. You could do more. The reason why I didn't You know, I come from a place that a lot of people don't make it from. I might be one of the most successful people from my neighborhood. I come from a place where a lot of people don't make it from. The reason why I decided to veer off was because I understood that I would be willing to accept my consequences. Now, them consequences could have been anything. I have peers that have gone to jail and are in prison for the rest of their life for all types of shit. I was willing to accept my consequences, and I didn't want that for myself. So I veered a different way. Faced with all, it doesn't matter what the crime is and none of that. You can't be putting yourself in no type of position where you're misleading yourself and you're misleading youth. Regardless to all this shit that 6ix9ine's real fans, the little white kids and all that other shit, it still was a lot of misguidance. You still have to look at the kids that's in the hood that believe this shit, that might have went out and did some of the type of same shit that he was doing or joined in the gangs because they was influenced by him. So what I'm saying is like, he made a bad decision by associating himself with the Bloods. He made a bad decision by that. But when he got into it, he went full throttle. And I'm just saying that, like, in the end, like what Game said, I don't feel sorry for him, but I feel sorry for every young kid that was misguided over the past year prior to him getting locked up, thinking that they should do the same things or take that same route that he took. Because in the end, bro, nobody wants to go to jail for the rest of their life, but nobody put a gun to his head and made him do the things that he was doing.
Exactly.
He trolled, he antagonized, he fucking instigated, and he influenced, and he used all of that for everybody to have detrimental situations but him. And that's why I say fuck his career. If he comes out apologizing, oh, I was kidnapped, they did this to me, they did that to me, fuck you and fuck your career.
Hell yeah.
You should have never gotten into none of that. And shit. I don't care what if he apologizes in his records or what he has to say going forward. He's a bozo to me.
Clown.
I understand that point of view.
He's a bozo.
Damn, that was the
Fucking clown. All right, so man, that was the fucking interview. DJ Sucker Dick Mix. That's his fucking name. Sucking dick ass nigga, man. Straight up. But anyway, that's what I'm talking about. This nigga did. That's how you know. That's how you know a motherfucker just joined a fucking gang. Because he just felt as he was invincible. Nobody couldn't touch him. He could say whatever he wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? He the nigga that's making motherfuckers dough. So he feel as though that he's, Tony Montana to send motherfuckers out to go do hits and shit. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, that's how you know a nigga just joined. Because if a motherfucker, still been in the shit for a minute, he already know what's up. He ain't finna do all of that. He don't want to draw attention to himself, nor his people, to go ahead and, make them a target. When a motherfucker just joined, motherfucker feel as though he invincible. He can say whatever say whatever he want to say. You know what I'm saying? He can tell anybody to kiss his ass. It don't matter who it is. He feel as though he got his boys behind him, and he know that they'll take care of business. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know a motherfucker just joined the gang. Nigga been in it for a minute, he don't want to draw attention to himself like that. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to draw attention to his boys. He don't want to draw attention to the Bloods. You know what I'm saying? Because they got some shit going on, and they don't want motherfuckers to be when it comes to law enforcement, anybody. He don't want nobody all in their shit. So that's how you know that you think if these motherfuckers just think about everything this nigga done did on his own. He did all this shit on his own. And then he go to court and snitch on these niggas and put these niggas away for 15 years for some shit he did. You telling me you wouldn't, be angry you know what I'm saying, what you will be wanting something to go down. Come on, man. You know, some of the people that he has that was in the organization and ain't had shit to do with shit. And this motherfucker telling on everybody. He telling on everybody for shit that he did. Man, I wouldn't want to hang with no sucker ass nigga like that. Hell no. That nigga better stay far away from me before something happen. You know what I'm saying? That's some sucker ass shit. You know? Man. And that would get my blood boiling. I know that would get y'all blood boiling. Just before y'all, this nigga get out and he drop a track or whatever, and y'all want to buy that shit, and y'all thinking about buying that shit, just before you buy his shit, think about the shit that he did. You know what I'm saying? Think about the shit that he did on his own to get motherfuckers locked up for the shit that he did. He caused all of this shit. He did it all. And got them niggas 10 to 15 years. Niggas that would ride for him 10 to 15 years. You know. I know niggas that rob, you know, try to rob him and shit and do all this shit. Reason why, I bet you the reason why motherfuckers try to do that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because that nigga was a greedy ass nigga. You know, they feel as though, man, we protected you for you to get all of this fame and you not giving us shit. We did all of this shit for you. You know, we did all of this shit. We protected you, you know, to where you would be able to, you know, make dough. But you got to break bread. And this nigga wouldn't break bread. See, that nigga, that's what I'm saying. Y'all thinking this nigga in court and all this shit, thinking this nigga telling the truth. That nigga's a liar, man. How can a motherfucker that's in court tell the truth? That's a stone cold liar, man. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's a liar, dude. This nigga, and y'all out there thinking, oh yeah, he got kidnapped, all this shit. How y'all know that nigga didn't go ahead and throw some extra ass shit in there, you know, for these motherfuckers to really go down? Lied on the stand. And, you know, I understand. Best believe he did. I don't know if he did or didn't, but best believe that nigga lied on the stand. How can y'all believe a nigga that would tell the truth on the stand that's a stone cold liar, dude? Hell no, man. Hell no. So, y'all just think about that sucker ass nigga doing the shit that he did he caused everything. He caused everything from kidnappings to all of that shit. He caused it all. You know what I'm saying? And everything he caused, he had all dudes go down for it. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say about the shit, man. Man, subscribe, like this shit, comment if you want to. What you gotta lose? So this is Old Man Yummy Yam signing off. And you guys take it easy out there, man. Y'all be safe. Man, holla at your boy. Peace out.